How have environmental worldviews contributed to challenges in food production? Well, to answer that question, I need to first pull it apart. I know that a worldview is a particular philosophy of life or conception of the world. There are two main environmental worldviews, the anthropocentric worldview and the biocentric worldview. I know that food production is the process of transforming raw ingredients into prepared food products. It includes industries that take raw food products and convert them into marketable food items. So challenges surrounding food production and worldviews would be things like food wastage, undernourished and obese people, lack of land and water scarcity. The first worldview I'm going to talk about is the anthropocentric worldview. It is a greedy view of the world, the view that regards humankind as the central or most important element of existence, especially as opposed to God or animals. This view challenges the notion of feeding the world, as it doesn't necessarily place all of us at the top, just the big money makers and corporations. As of right now, the anthropocentric worldview is in charge, so companies such as Coca-Cola benefit profit-wise and don't need to worry about the health or environmental issues their products cause, and they can focus on earning that cash. The biggest consequence for people with the anthropocentric view in power is that around 21,000 people in third world countries die of malnutrition every day. That is a huge consequence. And with our global numbers rapidly increasing, the number of hungry people is guaranteed to get bigger. So what can we do to fix this problem? The answer isn't just to increase the level of crops being produced, but there are two key things we can do that contribute to the solution. Number one, food isn't distributed as well as it could be. As of right now, over 108 million people in the US are either obese or overweight. This health issue is largely caused by overeating. Now, if you compare the 21,000 people dying every day because of the need of food, and then the 108 million people in the US alone overeating, you can tell there is something wrong. Number two, food waste. Food waste is much more common than you think. It takes up around 30 to 40% of the world's food calories. That's like throwing out the top part of your bun every time you eat a burger. And this amount of food is almost always wasted when eating food. There are also other factors that play into this, such as how we use our produce. Nowadays, key crops such as corn, soybeans, and sugarcane are being used as biofuels instead of feeding people. So basically, how we use our crops matters just as much as how many crops we grow. Having more effective ways of distributing food and reducing the amount of food that is thrown away will greatly increase the chance of a stable and sustainable food production. Of course, this goal would be very hard to achieve with the current anthropocentric worldview in power. Instead, the world would have to switch to a biocentric worldview. This worldview extends the status of moral objects from human beings to all living things in nature. If the world switched to this view, there would be less food problems because the world wouldn't be run by greed. So in conclusion, worldviews such as the anthropocentric worldview have contributed challenges to food production by causing food wastage, global hunger, and greed. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, or at the very least, this video entertained you.